Namaste, yogi friends, and welcome to Yoga with me, Liel Cheri. Today, I'm delighted to share with you a beautiful yoga class to open up your feet and ankles. This class might be a little bit intense for those who has tight feet and ankles, so blocks might be really useful for this practice. If you don't have a yoga blocks, no worries, just grab any object that looks alike and hop on your mat and let's get started. We will begin this practice standing, so come all the way down to the front of your mat, place your feet hip distance apart. Little bit sway side to side, begin to root down to all four corners of your feet. Align the shoulders over your hips and begin to lengthen the tailbone down towards your heels as you engage in your core. Roll the shoulders up to your ears and then down your back. Shoulders up to your ears, down your back. A few more just like that. Let's plug the hands into the heartbeat. Separate your elbows. Close your eyes. Take a deep, long inhale in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Letting go of everything that doesn't serve us for this practice. Blink your eyes to open. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Energize your fingers. Exhale, bring the hands back into your heartbeat. Two more just like that. Inhale, reach the arms up. Let's begin to ignite our Ujjayi breath. Exhale, hands into your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up, breathing in through the nose. Exhale, breathing out of your nose. Hands to your heart. Beautiful. Now inhale, reach the arms up high. Energize your fingers and begin to come up onto your tippy toes, lifting the heels as high as you can. Then drop the heels back down. Come high to your toes. Drop the heels back down for 10 like this. 10, warming up the feet. 9, keep lifting the toes as high as you can. 8, 7, 6, begin to feel that nice warming sensation in your calves. 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna hold our last one. Hold your last one, plug the hands into your heart, lift your toes higher, lift your heels a little bit higher. Good, and just holding here. Keep your core tight, keep lengthening the tailbone towards your heels. Breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, final smile, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the heels back down to the earth. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's grab the opposite elbows and just sway side to side, opening our hamstrings, releasing any tension from the lower back. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Relax your head and neck. And just stay with your breath. Soft, deep, long inhales and exhales, flowing in and out through your nose. Then release your grips and the arms back behind you. Interlace alternate fingers. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift your heart. And as you exhale, begin to fall forward as you're sending the knuckles over your head. Maybe a little bit sway side to side. Slowly release your arms down to the earth. Heel to your feet to touch. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Hands can come to your shin bones or fingers to the floor. Gaze in front of you. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet to the back of your mat. Let's find a plank pose. Holding our plank pose, try to bring the heels right over your toes, round your upper back, and squeezing your forearms towards each other. Set the gaze in front of you and just breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, smile, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge forward on your tippy toes. Let the shoulders go beyond your fingers and then slowly bending the elbows, lowering halfway into chaturanga push-up. You can drop to your knees if you need. Untuck your toes. Upward facing dog. Inhale, look upward. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Make your way into downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones high and up. Bring the chest closer towards your thighs. And begin to invite a little bit movement into downward facing dog. Breathe into tight corners of your body. Use your inhales to create space. Use your exhales to let go of tension. Pedal up through the legs. Then find stillness in your downward facing dog. Inhale, come high to your tippy toes. Lift the heels as high as you can. Then drop the heels back down. Inhale, high to your toes. Exhale, heels down. A few more just like that. High to the toes. Heels down. High to your toes. Try to keep the chest close to your thighs. So only moving the feet here up and down. Heels up. Heels down. Heels up and down. Last 3, 2, and 1. Drop to your knees. Tabletop position. Then go ahead, keep your toes tucked and just sink your sit bones all the way down to your heels. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, we're going to bring the right arm underneath your left. Eagle the arms. Connect your palms. If that's too much, you can hug your shoulders. Try to leave the elbows in line with your shoulders. So while we're opening the feet and ankles here, why not to stretch the shoulders at the same time? Keep pressing the elbows away from you. Engage your core and just breathe. Feel free to close your eyes. Bring all the awareness to your inhales and exhales. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Unwrap your arms. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, bring your left arm underneath your right. Let's find eagle arms. Again, you can hug the shoulders if that feels better. Leave the elbows in line with your shoulders. Press them forward away from you. Find rounding in your upper back. Keep your core engaged. Close your eyes. Begin to breathe. Really soft, long, deep inhales. Easy, long exhales. Few more breaths. One more cycle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly unwrap your arms. Inhale, reach the arms all the way skyward. Exhale, bring the hands into your heart. Bring the hands on top of your thighs. And just notice, what is the sensation right now in your feet? Can you feel that burning, maybe a little bit tingling sensation? Do you like it or not? Try to direct your breath right into that sensation to your feet. Put all the energy right into that area. Inhale. Exhale. Now with our inhale, let's imagine how we're creating space, a lot of space in this area. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, begin to lean forward back into tabletop. Woo! Untuck your toes and just tap your feet. Tap your feet. Let's allow some fresh blood to flow back into the feet. And then keep your feet untucked and then go ahead and sink your sit bones to your heels. We're going to move to open up the feet and ankles a little bit different way. So lean backward, bring the hands back behind you, roll the shoulders back, lift up through your heart. Now slowly begin to lift your knees up, any amount that you can. Some of you can lift just a tiny bit, some of you can lift a little bit more. It will come with practice. The more you do that, then easier it becomes. Then higher you can lift your knees. So some of you might stay here. Some of you might can go a little bit deeper, so keep leaning backward. Maybe you can make your way down to your forearms and lift your knees a little bit higher. Notice the sensation right now in your ankles and feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5 more breaths. 2 more breaths. Last one. Beautiful. Slowly place your knees back down. Hinge forward. Make your way into tabletop. Again, tap your feet. Tuck your toes under. Make your way into downward facing dog. Inhale, come high to your toes. Exhale, ripple forward. We're going to go through Vinyasa, high to low plank, lower halfway, chaturanga push-up, upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the right heel up towards the sky. Square off through the hips, and let's find a little bit rolls with our ankle. One direction, and then circle your foot to other direction. Inhale, reach the right heel a little bit higher, and as you exhale, step the foot right in between your hands. Sink into your lunge. Now, if you have your blocks, you might want to keep them near you just in case. Engage your core. Inhale, come high into crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart and then drop your left knee down. Press the hips forward and tuck your left toes. Now bring the hands down to your mat or to your blocks. You're going to keep your left foot as it is and elevate your left knee. Now notice how it feels. You might stay here or maybe bring the hands to your heart. If that's easy, try to bring the shoulders over hips and reach the arms up. Hold 3, breathe, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back down to the blocks. Drop your left knee to the floor. Half split. Set the sit bones back. Flex the right toes in towards your face. Find length in your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Rebend into the right knee. Tuck your left toes under. Inhale, we're going to come back into crescent lunge. Exhale, step into chair pose. So step your left foot to meet your right. Come up into chair pose. You can reach the arms in front of you or plug them into your heart if you need a little bit more balance. Lift your heels up high as you can. Drop them back down. Lift the heels up. Drop them down. For 5, 4, 3. So you're not only gonna feel your feet and ankles, but you're gonna feel your quad so much. 5. Plug the hands to your heart and then fold forward as you exhale. Back into chair pose. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up. Come high on your tippy toes. Lift the heels as high as you can. Plug the hands to your heart. Now you're going to press the balls of your feet into the earth and come up into standing as you straighten your legs. Good, then rebend your knees. Squat back into chair pose. Inhale all the way up into standing. Squeeze the inner thighs toward each other. Exhale back into chair pose. Inhale, high to your toes. Exhale, squat down. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, squat down. One more inhale to standing. Stay here in mountain pose. Try to lift the heels a little bit higher. Inhale, reach the arms up. And from your tippy toes, we're going to hinge forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Begin to cast the heart forward, sending the sit bones back. Slow motion. Bring the fingers down to the floor and then just fold. Drop the heels down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, Vinyasa flow. High to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left heel up high, three-legged dog. Pause here. Find a little bit circles with your left ankle. Switch the direction of your circle. Inhale, reach the heel a little bit higher. Exhale, low lunge. Step that left foot in between your hands. Sink into your lunge, crescent lunge. Inhale, come up, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, plug the hands to your heart and then drop the right knee down. Sink the hips forward, untuck your right toes and bring the hands down to the floor or to your blocks. Now begin to shift the weight to your hands as you're lifting that left knee of your mat. Again, you might stay here or try to bring the hands to your heart. If you need more challenge, try to bring the shoulders over hips, engage your core, reach the arms up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Hands back to the heart, back to the floor, drop the right knee down. Half split, send the sit bones back, flex the left foot in towards your face. Walk your hands forward, find length. Rebend into your left knee, tuck your right toes under. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, step the right foot to meet your left. And again, we're gonna come high to your toes, drop the heels down. High to toes, heels down. 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands to your heart, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift your heels up high, bring the hands to your heart, and begin to press to the balls of your feet as you're coming all the way up to standing mountain pose. Squeeze the inner thighs, keep your core tight, rebend those knees, sink back into chair. Up into mountain pose. Chair pose, exhale. Inhale up to mountain pose. Chair. Mountain. 2 more. Exhale, chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink. Last one. Inhale all the way up. Find balance on your toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Imagine like you diving into the water, slow motion. Drop the heels down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, Vinyasa, plant your hands, step back. High to low plank. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath in. Open mouth, let it out. Next inhale, sweep the right heel up high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it through low lunge. Sink into the lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, come up. Exhale, hands to your heart, drop your left knee down. Untuck your toes. Now you can bring the hands down to the floor, to your blocks, or try to lift your knee up. Inhale, crescent on your foot. On the top of your foot, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee back down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, high lunge. Rise all the way up. Exhale, open up. Warrior 2. Sink into your warrior. Now we're gonna, from here, elevate our right heel as high as you can. Lift the heel up. Drop it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that right heel. Sink a little bit deeper into your warrior 2. Stay as you are. Reach the right arm overhead into reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale back to warrior 2. Drop your right heel down. Inhale, come up into star pose. Pivot both heels in, toes out. Exhale, sink down into goddess pose. Begin to drop the sit bones low. Little bit wiggle side to side. Open up through the hips. And now let's begin to lift the left heel up and then pulse it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heel, right heel up. Pulse it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heel down. Now let's try to lift both heels up as high as you can. Sink the sit bones a little bit lower. Squeeze the base of your palms. Keep the shoulders over your hip bones and just breathe. 5, 4, 3. Lift the heels higher. 2, 1. Lower the heels. Inhale, come up into star pose. Exhale, squat down into Malasana Yogi Frog. So dropping the sit bones all the way down. If you need a block, you can place a block underneath the sit bones. Sink as low as you can. Push your knees out with your elbows. Squeeze the base of your palms and just lengthen out of your crown. Find a little bit stillness here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your sit bones up. Move your props aside. Inhale, come all the way back up into star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. From warrior 2, pivot forward into crescent lunge and then step your left foot to meet your right. I have a little spider here on my mat. Thank you for coming to visit. But we need to keep going. Okay, tree pose. Shift all the way to your right foot. Begin to bring the sole of your left foot to your calf, ankle, or inner thigh. Plug the hands into your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, back to heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, back to heart center. Now from here, try to lift your right heel up, coming on your right tippy toes. Drop the heel back down. Lift and drop. And let's go. 5, 4. Keep your eyes in one unmoving spot. 3. Keep your core tight and breathe. 2 and 1. From tree, let's make our way into half lotus. Begin to bring the left heel into your right hip crease as you're pointing your left knee down. Whatever it's accessible to you. Find stillness. Bring the hands to your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice what happens. If you're losing the balance, that's cool. Just find a smile and make your way back to finding that balance. Slowly release your left foot down to the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, Vinyasa flow. Step back, high to low plank, chaturanga. Upward facing inhale. Downward facing exhale. Inhale, reach your left heel up high, three-legged dog. Step it through, low lunge. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, high lunge, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Drop your right knee down. Untuck your toes. Use your blocks or inhale, elevate that right knee. Begin to reach the arms up, coming into crescent lunge. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink back down. Inhale, untuck your toes and rise back into crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Sinking into warrior, let's begin to lift our left heel up. Lift and lower. And go for 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Lift the heel as high as you can, just hold. And smile. Breathe. I know it's hard. 5, 4. You're not alone, I promise. 3, 2, 1. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. Keep your left heel elevated. Lean back. Breathe into your side body. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Woo! Drop that left heel down. Inhale, star pose. Both heels in, toes out. Exhale. Sink into Malasana, yogi squat. Now you can keep your hands in prayer or bring the hands on top of your knees. Allow the shoulders to Come up, lift your left heel up, lift your right heel up, and just hold it here. Maybe bring the forearms on your thighs and just hang here, lifting those heels as high as you can. Maybe a little bit sway side to side. Bring awareness to sensation that you feel right now. Just breathe. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the heels down. Inhale, come all the way up. Star pose. Exhale, squat down into Malasana. As if you need to a little bit wiggle the feet closer toward each other. So adjust your feet and just hang here. A little bit close your eyes. Catch up with your breath. One more breath. Think your eyes to open. Inhale, we're gonna make our way back into star pose. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Inhale, pivot forward, square the hips to the front of your mat, crescent lunge. Exhale, step the right foot to meet your left. Bring the hands into your heart. Making our way into tree pose. Taking just exact the same variation as we did in the other side. Hands to your heart. Find your drishti, your gaze. Engage your core. Connect to the breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now stay here. We will begin with elevating that left heel up. So shifting the weight to the tippy toes, lifting the heel up and lower. You may notice this side a little bit stronger or not. So for me, this side is really, really weak, but we keep going for 5, 4, 3, embrace the wobbling. This is what makes us stronger. Last one. Stay here, making our way into half lotus. Begin to bring that right heel to your left hip crease as we pointing the right knee down to the floor. Bringing the hands to the heart. And maybe close your eyes for a few seconds just to notice what happens to our balance when we do so. Whoa. One more breath. Slowly release, place the feet down, shake out your legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, Vinyasa. Place your feet apart, high to low plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet right in between your hands. Bend your knees. Have a seat. Extend the legs in front of you. Inhale, reach the arms up. Find a nice L shape. And with the exhale, begin to reach forward as you want to grab something in front of you. Find a lot of length in your spine. Keep reaching forward and then slowly raise the arms on the floor. Bring the forehead to the knees. It really doesn't matter if your forehead touching your knees or shin bones, but imagine it does. Just keep reaching. One day it will. I promise. The more you practice, then faster it will happen. Lift your gaze up. Slowly roll the shoulders over the hips. Bend your knees and place your feet down to the mat. We're going to make our way into reverse tabletop. So lean back onto your hands, fingertips points towards your heels. Inhale, begin to lift your hips up high. Align the shoulders with your knees, drop the head back behind you, and a little bit sway side to side. One more breath. Chin back to your chest, slowly lower down. Now the same thing, we're gonna make it into reverse plank pose. So you're gonna extend the legs in front of you, walk your hands slightly backward, fingers point towards your glutes. Begin to press through your hands as you're lifting the hips up, 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 and then trying to point your toes down towards the floor, dropping the head back behind you. Now for me, this pose for my feet, this pose is always stretches me out of my comfort zone. It's really hard for me, but I want you to notice the sensation as you feel, as you're trying to touch the floor with your toes. Just keep holding. 5. Whoa. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin to chest, slowly lower down, and then shake out your feet, your legs, whatever you need to shake out. Making our way into Baddha Konasana. Bring soles of your feet to touch. Open the knees out wide. You can bring the heels a little bit closer to your groin or away from your groin. Wiggle side to side. Root down through your seat bones. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, hinge forward from your hips any amount that you can. You may want to use your block here and just place the forehead onto the block, support your head. Or if you feel a little bit more flexible, try to round all the way. Maybe bring your forehead down to your feet. Close your eyes, take a few breaths. Lift your gaze up, slowly roll up. Now extend the right leg in front of you and begin to work your left foot into the right hip crease, into half lotus pose. Maybe you would like to use some assistance from a block to place the block underneath your knee for support. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you can bring the knee all the way down. So it's a nice way to open up your foot, ankle, a quadricep. Sitting here nice and tall. Maybe that's enough. Just stay here, focus on your breath, and imagine how with each inhale you create a lot of space in the area where you feel the most sensation right now. If you want to go deeper, inhale, reach the arms up, hinge forward, and just fold. Lift your gaze up. Slowly making our way out of this pose. Extend the left leg in front of you. Shake out the legs. And we're going to switch sides. So right foot going to come to your left hip crease. Again, each side feels completely different. Maybe this one going to be easier. Maybe this one going to be harder. Feel free to use your props if you need them. So always letting go of ego. And if you need to modify and just allow your body slowly but surely in a healthy way to open up. You might stay here or inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, send the arms forward and maybe fold. Slowly lift your gaze. Rise all the way up. Extend the right leg in front of you. Shake it out. Then again, bring the sole of your left foot into your right hip crease. And maybe let's try to go into a full lotus. So you're going to bend that right knee, grab your ankle, and begin to work that foot into your left hip crease. It really doesn't matter if it's happening right now or not, but you just keep working there. Feel the opening in your body. Embrace it. If you have the full lotus, just sit nice and tall. Bring the hands on top of your knees. Close your eyes. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, just let go of something. Good. Slowly release. Let's do switch sides. So right foot to your left hip crease, and then bending that left knee, grabbing the ankle and trying our best to bringing to your right hip crease. It might look just like this. Whatever it looks like, it really doesn't matter. What it really matters is how you feel, is the sensation in your body. So embrace the sensation, connect to it, direct your breath, the energy into those spots. So wherever you are, close your eyes, just take a full cycle of breath. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Nice. Slowly release. Extend the legs in front of you, scoop forward, reach the arms in front of you, and roll all the way down. We're going to make our way into Shavasana. Extend the heels to the corners of your mat. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and relax. Close the eyes. Begin to coming back to your natural breath. Just bring all the awareness to the rise and the fall of your belly and your chest. If you guys are willing to stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer, please press the pause button and stay for as long as you wish to. And I want to thank you for joining me for this practice. All the light, all the love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in today and for practicing with me. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Give me some thumbs up if you enjoyed the practice. And if you have any special request for any other yoga classes, just let me know in the comments below and I will be happy to make it for you as soon as I can. Again, from my heart to yours, namaste.